Today's guest is the richest kid in Dubai. He grew up with lions and tigers as pets and was the first sneaker influencer to reach 1 million subscribers. It is, of course, Money Kicks.
Woohoo! How did it feel having a Ferrari at 16 years old?
It feels good, you know?
I bet it does.
You said you put a lion or
Yeah,
something
yeah, a lion.
in the games room and locked your friends in there. I was like,
well, my friends, they think they're tough. I was like, okay, we're tough. We'll see. They told me, if you come to the city and you don't pay up, we're gonna kidnap you. 5 minutes later, 6 people pulled up, masked up. These days, you know, it's hard to trust people.
how was it showing Ishowspeed the Mosque?
He is a crazy guy, 100%. We live in a generation where the truth hurts. So if you say the truth, you get cancelled. I don't want to talk about these stuff, you know? Don't play against me, or you're not gonna like me.
So there's one thing that has been on my bucket list for as long as I can remember.
Really? What's that?
Skydiving.
And
Wow.
not just skydiving,
Skydiving in Dubai.
and it's over the Palm Island.
The view is brilliant, but you were actually a bit worried that I wasn't worried about it, weren't you?
Yeah, I know. I didn't even want to come and play a part in it.
He didn't even want to come and watch. He was that scared.
Yeah, but you're like, how are you not nervous, you know? And I was like, oh, I've got nerves still.
Yeah, it just sounds horrible to me.
I think you would like it though, because all the way up, I was getting a little bit nervous. I'm thinking if I had to jump out, I wouldn't be able to do it. But we were getting up there, I was looking out, I was like, oh, my heart started racing, a little bit more. I thought, oh dear, am I going to be able to do this? But as soon as you jump out of the plane, you don't get that feeling in your stomach. It feels like you're flying because you can't see anything around you. It doesn't look like you're going fast. But of course, I had the G-force on my face and everything.
Look silly.
And you said that I looked like I was scared as well.
Yeah, I was just taking the piss.
I was going to skydive as well. I've done two, but I was going to skydive with you, wasn't I? But they officially told me I was fat.
I just can't believe it though that you're 118 kilograms.
Yeah, 118 kilograms, but I am 6 foot, nearly 6. So you can't basically skydive if you're more than 100 kilos in Dubai. Everywhere else in the world you can.
And then Tom, next time when we go to Sydney, you're going to skydive, aren't you? Yes, sir.
You make me say it on camera.
Yeah, you've got to commit to it. Come on, we want to hear it.
Yes, sir.
In Sydney, I will skydive.
Woohoo!
Or in America.
Sydney.
Sydney. We'll all skydive in Sydney, and we don't even need Kai to say he will. He's going to, otherwise he's not going to get paid.
Oh, I definitely won't.
So talking about Dubai, today's guest is the richest kid in Dubai. He grew up with lions and tigers as pets and was the first sneaker influencer to reach 1 million subscribers. It is, of course, Money Kicks.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you.
It's really good to see you.
No, good to see
Welcome
you.
on.
Thank you so much. I really love your work, guys.
So what would you say to someone that says it's dangerous to be born rich because you got everything you could ever dream about and you don't have anything to dream about in the future?
No, see, in the same time, a lot of people say, like, when I was younger, I was super rich. No, like, I was just doing our thing, you know? My father didn't, like, give us everything or nothing. So I always wanted to build my own name. So I learned from my brother's mistakes because I was the youngest one. So I just wanted to build my own name, and I just put the camera on, and alhamdulillah, you know, we're sitting here now.
What are some of the mistakes you learned from that your brother made?
They were mostly they're all depending mostly on my father and working with them. Like, I wanted to just do my own name, build my own name and go international, you know. So alhamdulillah, and I did that, you know, and I feel happy that I did it since I was young. And usually, you know, in Dubai, people before, they were like, oh, you want to make money, you have to go to college, and after college you think about making business. I was like, no, I have to start. So alhamdulillah, since I was 14, I was just doing my thing.
Well, Google tells me that you're currently worth about $2.2 billion.
That is crazy.
How accurate is that?
No. That's my father probably, but it's not me.
So where are you?
We're
approximately?
good.
We're
I'm
good.
good.
We're good.
I'm
We're
good.
good.
That's a good answer.
What I learned from my father is building contacts. So since I was young, he's like contacts. And he did the same thing. He went his own way from his father. And all he had is contacts. And he built his empire. So it's always, since I was young, I tell my friends, they're like, contacts. They always make fun of me. What you're saying? Contacts. It's all about your network. You know, your network is your net worth.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. And I really well connected all around the world. And alhamdulillah, that's the main thing I did, is build my relationship with the right people.
And how did you go about doing that? For people watching,
Yeah.
they probably want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So what are some tips you would give them?
Just be yourself, be humble, and just be good with people, you know. Don't put your nose up, and always be down to earth. Since day one, I always tell people, like, whenever they get famous, they put their nose up. Like, who are we, you know? So end of the day, just put your nose down and always be respectful, you know, and keep communicating with people. And if they need help and you need help, you never know, one day they need you or I need them, you know. So just keep relationship with people.
I'm super excited for you to enjoy the rest of this podcast. But first, I wanted to share something with you that I think could really help you get on the path to money, success and power by starting your first side hustle. Look, it's no secret people are making money online. Just this week alone, I've generated over $10,000 in online product sales, which is why I want to put you on to today's sponsor, Hostinger. Hostinger is absolutely everything you need to launch a website or online shop in minutes without the need for technical or design skills. For less than $3 per month and one click, you can launch your own WordPress site or use Hostinger's drag and drop website builder. Having a great website is so important when trying to generate money online, as it builds trust and makes the ordering process as simple as possible. A tool I wish I had when I was starting my first business is Hostinger's AI logo maker. This uses the latest tech to generate your logo within seconds. This would have saved me a lot of time and money back in the day, as I'm no Photoshop wizard. You'll also get access to over 150 templates for the perfect e-commerce store, blog, design, portfolio or newsletter. Whether you're looking to sell physical products like me, dropship, start a newsletter or advertise your portfolio and services, with Hostinger the possibilities are endless. Go to hostinger.com/strikeitbig. That's hostinger.com/strikeitbig to get everything you need to create a website for under $3 per month. And as a special bonus for you guys, use the promo code StrikeItBig for an extra 10% off. Anyway, back to the podcast. One thing I've always noticed watching your videos from when you were very, very young is that you always seem to be very friendly on them. Is that your natural self?
Yeah, that's my natural self. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you're over, like, don't be too nice. But I'm like that, you know. I don't care if you are a cleaner or if you're a billionaire or you're a rapper. I treat everybody the same. You know, I'm like that. You know, a lot of people before, when I was younger, I would go, I'll see like some office boy or this, I hug them and they're like, oh, you shouldn't. You're like, the boss is this. I said, no, everybody's the same, you know, because end of the day, we're all going to go in the soil.
And you never know where people are going either.
Yeah,
So someone might be working in the company in a lower position and then work their way up.
Yeah,
So
you never know. So a lot of people, I realized when they have fame or money, they put their nose up. I don't like it. All of my friends, my group, everybody's nose down, you know?
So how were you able to stay so humble? Like, what keeps you down to earth?
My religion, because our religion teaches us to be humble and just being myself. I never changed. Nothing changed me. Also, the fame, a lot of people, the fame gets into them and they change and they act different and this. Me, no, I don't care. I'll be anywhere. You'll probably see me in the cafeteria eating. You know, some people, they get shocked. They're like, what are you doing here? Because they see the social media, oh, rich kid or this. You see me everywhere.
What about if you was in the UK? Like if you was in a country that maybe wasn't as safe as Dubai, you still just rolling, going in any cafe?
There, see, before when I was younger, I was going to everywhere, like chilling everywhere. I would go to the Arabic places with the shawarmas and this. But this changed, you know, like now you can see in Europe, a lot of people are, when I went to UK, everybody's hungry.
Yeah.
So
They are literally hungry with the cost of living crisis that's going on.
So
at the
I don't
moment,
blame them, you know.
It's not as bad as all that. Don't push
Well,
it too
it
hard.
is pretty bad.
It's not as bad.
Yeah.
as
Well,
you're
you've been.
making it.
I've been there, so I felt the tension. So I roll with the team. I never work with bodyguards here, never in my life. But there, you have to be careful, you know. It's not my territory.
Do you ever get concerned about kidnapping? Because obviously,
Yeah, it happened. There was a situation in the UK when I went. I had a meet and greet, and everybody was saying it's dangerous and dangerous. So I had a lot of appearances there, and they told me before going to appearance outside London, they're like, if you come to the city and you don't pay up, we're gonna kidnap you.
So what? The kidnappers messaged you and said
No,
that?
not me.
Oh, okay.
I had a big crew, so
So
they.
why would they give you notice?
I
though?
don't know. So they thought I'll be scared. I'm from Dubai,
Yeah.
but we know a lot of people see network. So I called some people and they solved the situation.
Do you think some of it might just be fright tactics, just to put you on edge? So you go, yeah, I do need a security team. That was good value.
No,
I walk around London.
Yeah.
I use the tube.
Yeah.
I have a pretty high social
Yeah.
network.
Yeah.
I don't get any problems at
Yeah.
all, I have
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
I'm a big chap.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a difference,
Yeah.
but even
You
so.
just lay them out, wouldn't you?
I think that when you've got grey hair, people just sort of leave you alone. They think, no, it's okay, he's okay.
no, because the image of Dubai. So people think I'm like rolling around with $100,000 in my pocket, and so they have that thing, But at the same time, they probably tested that thing. They're like, oh, let's see if he's gonna pay up, So I'm not gonna pay up. I always learned one thing: I always stand my ground, no matter where it is and where I
I think
am.
the reality is not as bad as you may have felt it.
No, I felt it. There was a situation where I posted a Snapchat. It was late night in London, central London too.
Yeah.
So there was of the baklava. So it was a restaurant, small logo. 5 minutes later, 6 people pulled up, masked up.
Really?
Yeah, they pulled
That's
up.
nuts.
5 minutes.
I think that Mark doesn't quite know how common it is because he always tries to sort of, it's not that bad, it's not that bad.
Dad, you don't live in central London, around that area,
No,
and
I
you
don't,
don't
no.
generally wear a watch when you're out. So
No.
you're not known for that. So maybe you haven't seen it, but it is crazy.
Yeah, that happened. When that happened, I was like, oh, this is
And
serious.
it doesn't surprise me either. That's the worrying thing, is
Yeah.
how sort of normal it is.
Yeah, say like if I was not with my crew, if I was only with 3 people, they could have easily did something. And they tried to close my car. So
Really?
they came with 2 cars.
So
What, they
maybe-
tried to block it
Yeah,
in?
they
Yeah.
blocked it in.
So how did you get around that?
Michael Dapper blocked the other car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to Big Shack.
Anyway, that's it.
So back onto more pleasant things.
Yeah.
How did it feel having a Ferrari at 16 years old?
It feels good,
I bet it does.
How did people treat you though? Like your friends and that at school?
They treat me good. Like I never in my life got bullied, nothing. I always, when I was younger, I was crazy. So, and then when I became famous, they already knew this guy is a bit. When I was younger, I was like, not. I always stood my ground. No one like ever bullied or this, And that's how I'm gonna raise my son. Always stand your ground, because a lot of stuff, a lot of kids when they grow up and they get older, the bullying affects them.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want my children to go through that. So my friends always being the same. I have my crew, my team, and my friends always gonna be there.
What was the thinking behind wrapping it with Louis Vuitton and Supreme?
Yeah,
Like,
the
why did you
thinking.
do that?
So this is the real story. I was in France. I was bored, and I was sitting in the jacuzzi, and I'm just like, "What am I doing here?" My father likes that place, so it's green. It's mostly for older people. So I just thought about this idea, and I was like, "Damn, I have to go to Dubai and do it." And I did it, and it went viral because in social media you have to go crazy to be viral. So I just did that, and it went crazy.
I mean, no one could really compete with you, could
Yeah.
they? Like, you have to have the Ferrari first and then have the idea to do that.
Yeah. So I just
crazy.
wrapped it, and then LV when I went back to France. So I went there before the video. They didn't give me Supreme stuff. They gave me only one piece. When I went back, they shut down the store for me. They said, take whatever you want. I was
No
like,
way.
thank you.
So it was a good move. Then,
Yeah,
in the
thank
end.
you. Yeah.
So you are known for wrapping your cars,
Yeah.
and you wrapped your Cadillac,
The Cadillac.
like a Nike shoe.
Nike collaboration with the LV, Air Force One.
Did you leave it like that, or have you changed it?
No, I changed it. That was illegal because it's chrome in Dubai. You cannot do chrome.
Okay.
But I did once Dior, and I got in trouble for that.
Because
What, from Dior?
Yeah, I never said the story.
Go on, tell the story.
If you've never told
you
it,
nearly
then
glossed over that
we
story.
want it.
Yeah,
Come.
so I never said the story. So the video got 1 million views in one day on YouTube. So it was going viral, and then my friend calls me. He owns the rap place. So he calls me. He's like, bro, you not imagine. I was like, I got a letter. I said, what letter? He's like, from them. I was like, yes, we made it. He's like, no, please delete it. I was like, no, we made it. I need to put this in the wall. I tell my children, see, you see what you're wearing?
Yeah.
They try to get me. But, I just deleted the video, and this
I reckon you could have made a follow-up video.
Yeah.
Dior tried to sue me. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but I didn't do it,
Yeah, yeah.
So I just,
Why can't you wrap cards chrome?
Because here I think it's different. Let's see, you have to get permissions and this, so I didn't want to go and call some people, you know. So I
I
just
should
like,
imagine it's quite dangerous, really, because the sun's
Yeah, the sun,
very
yeah, yeah.
bright here.
No.
If you're driving along, it hits the car.
yeah, it's strong, you know. The
Yeah.
sun. Also in the summer, you guys came in the right time. In the summer, you guys will not be walking here. You know, it's very hot.
I nearly had my honeymoon in the hotel on the beach, the Sail.
Yeah.
And that was 20 years ago, but I booked it for July.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
July?
fortunately I worked it out. So we went to the Maldives.
Yeah,
instead.
Maldives. Yeah, but in the summer it's really hot. It gets like you can't even breathe. You know, I like it. I'm used to it.
Is
You
it
know,
like a sauna?
It is.
Like a sauna.
It is like a sauna.
So is that why there's more of a nighttime culture here?
Yeah, more night and mostly here us like as locals, we always like to go indoor. You know, we're used to that. You know, because at summer we never walk outside. But I do it because I do boxing. So if you get used to training outside, you have advantage because when you go inside, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
So why did you decide to build a $1 million sneaker collection? Because that
Yeah.
was like a big thing
Yeah.
that helped build your channel
Yeah.
in the start.
So I just like sneakers. Suddenly, I just got a gift from my friend. I thought the sneaker was fake. It was without laces. I was like, "What's this?" So I went to check it, and I saw some sneaker YouTube, and I was like, "Man, I really like this," because I wanted to be a football player first, and I had a knee injury, and I was like, "Oh, my dreams are done." I trained I played for 8 years proper football, and I just put the camera and I just start collecting sneakers, and it suddenly popped. From one video, it popped.
And do you still have the sneakers
Yeah.
from your original collection?
Yeah.
Even though they probably don't fit you anymore.
No, I usually buy also any size. It was
Oh,
like
you-
art.
That was going to be a question
Yeah.
for me. Do you buy any size?
Yeah.
Because you're not really going to wear
yeah.
them
So it was
anyway,
like artwork for me. It's more art, and it's good investment. Like every shoe is probably double the price after I bought it.
So do you ever resell them?
No, never.
Never.
Never sold this
So
sneaker. in my
when you
life.
get them, you just keep them
yeah,
forever.
I just keep them. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good investment. Maybe we need to get into that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sneaker
We need to get some
investment.
And
Jordans.
I see you've got a good collection of sneakers
Yeah.
in one of your businesses,
Yeah.
Money Cuts.
Yeah, Money Cuts. So I just partnered up with someone who was into sneakers. He started selling sneakers there.
Yeah, it looks
And
good.
Yeah, it's good. You know, just mix the culture. You know, the barbershop is like a nice community, you know. And now we're just thinking about we're going to franchise to Saudi, London. So it's a lot of doors opening now.
Are you coming to open the one in London?
Yeah. I'm going to call you for my bodyguard stuff.
We'd look after you.
Yeah, we had who do we have on? Tam Khan.
Yeah.
And when we was on the balcony, he was judging Mark's arm reach, and
Yeah.
he reckons that Mark will be a good boxer.
Yeah, he has a reach.
Yeah.
Influencer boxing.
Influencer
Who
boxing.
knows?
You go against another podcaster.
Yeah, have to be someone like Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
or
Joe
something.
Rogan.
I don't think
No,
so.
Joe Rogan is strong. Oh, you too strong. Yeah.
Right, we'll cut that out. We'll cut that. Like,
You don't want to be calling out Joe Rogan.
can you redo it, but go for someone a bit weaker?
True, Jordan?
No, I'll tell you what. Let's take Graham Stephan.
I think you're gonna kick him and he'll do it done.
You just hold him
Yeah,
back.
hold him
wouldn't you?
down.
So we've talked about money cuts. How else do you make money? What are kind of like your income streams?
Yeah, so I do a lot of social media stuff, advertisement, and I have a lot of business behind the scenes and events. I do a lot of events, boxing. So I have a lot of stuff, you know. Alhamdulillah, like what I do is I like to open a lot of doors, you know. So if I entered sneakers, I became the first sneaker YouTuber to go 1 million subscribers. So I was like, okay, this is dying down, the sneakers. I went into boxing. I went to cars. So I hit every market, you know. So I was smart with that. So I hit countries, you know. So I did a documentary in France. I became big in France. So I do a lot of stuff, you know. Like you have to be smart in social media if you want to be big everywhere. There's no any local influencer that went international. So they're always locally famous. So I always wanted to be the one, you know. And thank God I did it.
So doing so much, how do you stay focused on a specific thing?
Yeah, I have a good team. So
Yeah.
at the same time, you have to build a team, you know, because you cannot do everything alone. So I have my team and I trust a couple of people. You know, some days you can't trust a lot of people.
How many do you have on your team?
See, I have a team, a big team, but the main people is like 3 people who's
Okay.
my like main, you know. And these days, you know, it's hard to trust people, you
Yeah.
know. So you have to be really trusting this person, you know, because you know this generation, a lot of people is just comes with bad intention, you know. Some people have good intention, and
Would you say it's easier to trust people in Dubai, though, than it is for us, say, in London?
no, I don't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like everybody, you know, Dubai is not like 90% is from outside the country. I think 5% is locals, you know. So it's mostly foreigners here, you know. So it's the same thing, you know. I just feel like you should not trust anybody, but you know. But I just trust a couple of people, and that's all.
How old are you at the moment?
21.
Wow, so you're quite young to actually know that having a team and all of that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
delegation
yeah.
is the way to go. What was the turning point where you actually thought, I can't do this all myself, I'm going to need to bring some other people on board to help?
Because I realized like whenever I go around rappers and this, I'm always the listener. So I've been around billionaires, everybody. So I just see everybody having a team and this. So I was like, that's how it is, you know. When you be successful, you need a strong team behind you, because you're the player and they're the coaches in the back, you know.
So you've come from obviously a different background to most of us. Have you got any crazy stories of your childhood that would blow people's minds?
Yeah, I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. I was into buggying. Like I was going bugging. Once I was gonna die from bugging. I never said the story.
Well, out in the desert?
Yeah. My father doesn't know. So when he traveled, I took the buggy.
Hi, Dad. Listen hard.
So I went once. My brother's behind me with another buggy, and it was like a straight road. So I want to throw sand in his face. So karma got me, and I lost control. I hit the fence, and I was not wearing seatbelt, so I flew out from like here to there. Right.
Were you all right?
Thank God it was sand. Imagine if there was a rock or
So you didn't break anything?
Nothing. I just stood like this. I just stayed like this, and I see my brother. This is my first time I see my brother. Rashid! I was like, I got you.
Yeah, that's very, very lucky.
Lucky.
I saw a story as well on TikTok where
Yeah.
you said you put a what was it, a lion or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, a lion.
In a games room and locked your friends in there. I was like,
I would say
nuts.
I would put like a dog and a German Shepherd, and a lot of guys in school, like my friends, they think they're tough. I was like, okay, we're tough. We'll see. Just come here. We lock the doors. They don't even know what's happening. And the German Shepherd was good with the lion. So
And were they still your friends after this?
yeah, you can say that.
He says it like it's so normal, because it's one thing to even have the German Shepherd and the lion together, but then to throw the friend into the mix as well, it's like...
But I mean, was the German Shepherd even necessary when you're throwing it in the middle of a lion?
But the German Shepherd was cool with the lion. So
they just wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
So they're having a great time.
Yeah, so the German Shepherd, I would just say like chew, and he starts running behind them. They go above the fridge, so they could.
So was the lion quite a young lion?
Yeah.
Quite young?
Yeah,
not
no, it was like, it's big. It's like this big.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you the video. There's a
It's
picture.
been well fed before you put him in there, though.
You never know. Maybe they want to get hungry too. We were young, man. We were too
So
young.
did all of these friends make it out alive?
Yeah, they came out alive.
They were
came
hiding
out
on top of the fridge, bro.
Yeah.
we was doing a lot. Like there was like a vegetable place, and there was a wild chimpanzee. He only liked my brother. He hated me, and we would play hide and seek. So he would run, and he would run. Once he caught me, bit me.
Oh,
Strong
yeah.
chimpanzee. And then
Did that scare you though? Like growing up with exotic animals in the house, I couldn't even imagine it.
Nah.
Do you still have pets like that?
I have like my dogs and this, and my father has his own zoo and this.
I was going to say, but you've only got dogs.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff, you know.
So what? When you got up in the morning
Yeah.
and went out of your room to maybe have a shower
Yeah.
or something, you just go, "Oh, hi lion," and "Hi tiger."
No, it's
What?
like so when we were living. So the house is here. The section of the zoo was the other side.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah,
So your dad's got a zoo.
Yeah.
How many exotic animals does he have in that zoo?
probably over 700.
Really?
Yeah.
And is that just a private collection?
Yeah,
or can people
he's
see it?
private.
Really?
He's private. Yeah.
Something I'm curious about is how many cars have you got, and what cars are they?
See now, what's his name? Before I got the Ferrari, I sold it. I had the Rolls, I sold it. Now I'm just gonna get the Urus, probably next week. And I bought a plate number, because here plate numbers is something big.
Yeah.
So I bought R971. Like my chain, I have a chain 971. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I never told anyone I was gonna buy a Urus, so I'm buying a Urus.
So do you like to just sort of keep like one or a few cars at one time instead of building out like a big fleet?
Yeah, I'm not into like cars that much, but at the same time, in Dubai, you have to have a nice car. So I'm just doing that, you know.
So you just have one or two
Yeah,
at a
one,
time?
two, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Growing up with your brothers, were
Yeah.
you quite competitive in the house?
Yeah, I was competitive. Like, always loved fighting.
Yeah.
I loved. I just like never. I hate losing. Like on FIFA, I tell my friends, don't play FIFA with me or football with me. I'll break your leg. Like,
Do you think you've taken that same mentality into like business
Yeah,
and
yeah.
making money?
yeah, the same mentality.
Don't
you know?
mess with me, I'll break your leg.
No, it's not like that. You know, that's the problem when I'm too nice in business.
Yeah.
You know, I realize I'm too nice. And like when I'm to sport or this, I tell my friends, don't play against me. You're not gonna like me. You know, I'm gonna come if you do bring it between my legs. I'm breaking your leg. Also, if you're my brother.
How do you know if you're being too nice though? Because we have this conversation a lot, me and Kai.
Yeah.
And Kai says the one thing that he doesn't want someone to take away from a meeting with him is, oh, he was a nice guy, and that was it. You know?
Yeah. So I realized, being too nice. This generation, we live in a generation where a lot of stuff that was not normal before is becoming normal. So a lot of stuff is different. Now there's a lot of bad people in this world. So in business, I realized don't mix friendship with business. Just be straightforward. I made a lot of mistakes making friendship with business. I realized just be a business, be straightforward. Don't play around or be too nice and be too comfortable. Business is business.
So how do you decide whether to let someone into your circle or not within your close knit?
It must be hard to make friends. When you're wealthy, because lots of people probably want to be your friend for the wrong reasons.
So, like my circle, since before I had it, and there was a lot of situation that they stood with me. So it shows loyalty. I'm all about loyalty, And when someone shows me loyalty, I was like, he's the guy. So and it's hard to get friends. You're right, exactly. It's very hard to get good friends. And I have a lot of friends, but my circle is different. That's my tight circle.
I think that's true for a lot of people, because I could tell you, my best friends are on one hand. My best friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, then I have a lot of contacts, but my best friends are on one hand.
Yeah, me too. The same thing. Like my friends, I realized like the best thing about my friendship, none of them have social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the main thing for me.
So they're not trying to get clout off you. Yeah.
No, none of them want to take pictures. How many times I got my friends? I'm not gonna say their names because they're too private. But also I go around celebrities. They never took a picture with one celebrity. They don't care about these stuff.
So are most of your friends reasonably wealthy, should we say?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. That helps, I think, because obviously as you gain wealth, as long as they're still wealthy, they can still enjoy doing the things you do. Whereas sometimes if you come from, let's say, a lower school or something, which I did and Kai did, you two tend to move away from a certain friendship group. And it's not because you want to, it's just they'll say, oh, I can't afford to do that, or I can't do that with you, or I've got to work.
Yeah, you're right. So my team is the same, they have their own thing happening. Everybody's doing their thing. They have their own work, and if the cake is bigger, everybody eats.
Yeah, I think what I'm getting from what you're saying is I have a big network, but a small circle.
Yeah, exactly. That's me. I have a big network, but it's a very small circle. Yeah, small and tight. Yeah.
How would you class Logan Paul? Is he an acquaintance or a friend?
No, he's a good friend of mine. Good friend. Really good friend of mine.
So how did you become friends with him?
So I went to LA. So I got a video before going to LA from a friend. He's like, "Oh, what's up, Money Kicks? I want to meet you." This is before he popped up on YouTube. It was, I think, Vine, and he just started YouTube. So when I went to LA, I met him. He was a cool guy, and then he came to Dubai. So he came to my awards. I was getting awards, and there was like every billionaire in Dubai.
What were you winning?
The youngest influence businessman or something. So every billionaire in Dubai was in that building. And Logan Paul, when he came here, he's the only guy I ever saw shut down Dubai.
Really?
He made traffic from here till the
airport. With this one is vlogging.
Yeah. This is when he just popped, So he shut down. Dubai Mall was like full floors. Full. He shut down. This is the only guy I ever saw shut down Dubai. So he came right after to my award, and when I got my award, he stood up and shouted like, I was like, man, that meant a lot.
How did that go down? Was everyone just sitting down?
Yeah. Everybody was sitting, and he just stood up shouting,
Yeah.
So, and then we just kept in contact, and then after like that Japan situation, I just posted something because I'm a guy. Everybody does mistakes, So I just wrote like, he's my brother and I stand with him no matter what. So in that relation, he showed, because a lot of people flipped on him when that situation happened,
Yeah.
So when he went back up, it's never changed. Whenever he comes to Dubai, I'm the one who have to pick him up, So he always, and we have a lot of stories, me and him, a lot of stories.
He always refers to you as his little brother.
Yeah. He's a good guy,
You seem to click, don't
Yeah,
you?
we
That's
click.
good.
Yeah, like he's a really good, but a lot of people think on social media, oh no, he's not good or this. When you sit with him, like he's a proper guy.
I think it's like that for a lot of people. A lot of people on social media, people get this perception of them. But as soon as you sit down with them, your opinion
exactly
changes.
like Jake. Like I was sitting with him this building here. I didn't know Jake, so I know his brother more. I know Jake about Jake, so he invited me for dinner, and we're like 20 people. Like a lot of football players were there, Evra and everybody. And then 3 hours, it's just everybody left. It's just me and Jake and his girlfriend and my friend, and we're just talking for 3-4 hours.
So is he not like his online persona?
No, he's a good guy, man.
Is he?
He's, it's what he's doing is right. He's selling the fight. You saw what he's 700,000 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
A boxer cannot do these numbers.
do you think he have that power now though after losing his last fight?
Yeah, he still has. Because you see, when you lose 2 times, it's like, oh, he's done. But when you lose 1 time, it's like, oh, he can come back. You know, that Rocky stuff, you know? And I feel
he's got
come
the comeback fight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Got to have a rematch.
Yeah, I was talking to him 2 days ago. So it was a good fight. What do you guys think? He won, Tommy?
He did. Tommy won.
Tommy
yeah.
definitely won, but it was closer than it should have been if Tommy was a professional boxer.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I feel it was like very close tie. I thought it was going to go tie.
Yeah, I
why.
disagree.
I don't know why.
I think Tommy
Because
definitely
he's your man. He's your bro.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, you never switch.
You know what?
Yeah.
I had money on Jake, but
Oh, yeah?
I think that Tommy.
I
did
thought
win.
Jake was going to...
I
knock
had,
him out.
I
So
had
did I.
money on Tommy.
Yeah? But Tommy did good. Respect to him.
And I had money on none of them because I don't gamble.
Yeah, I don't gamble.
Leave it out. You're the worst.
So
But I only had money on with Curtis.
Yeah, okay,
we
okay,
had
okay,
a
okay.
£50 bet.
that was it. Yeah. So we talked a bit about cancel culture there.
Yeah.
What do you think about it as a whole, and even like Andrew Tate and people like that being cancelled for things they're saying?
See, a lot of people now, we live in a generation where the truth hurts. So if you say the truth, you get cancelled, you know? So I just be really careful what I say in social media, because like when I saw about Andrew Tate and all of this stuff, we always knew what he was saying, that everybody in social media knew that they were going to come for him,
Yeah.
you know, because he was saying some crazy real stuff too, you know? And yeah, you just be careful in social media. If you're an influencer, you have to be careful. You don't talk about other religions. You don't talk about politics. You don't talk about these stuff. This is 3 stuff when I was younger. I learned don't talk about politics. I'm not into politics. I'm a peace guy. Don't even talk about this stuff. But when you talk about this stuff, you know how the world works.
Yeah, you're gonna have haters and lovers.
Yeah.
It's very polarizing.
And you're playing around with big people too.
for sure.
Yeah, it's the world we live in.
So we've had a few people on the
Yeah.
podcast. We've had one Alfie Best and also Andrew Tate
Yeah.
who have reverted to Islam.
Yeah.
What do you think about these influencers changing their religion?
It's very good for our religion. They inspire a lot of people. And end of the day, Islam, if you read about Islam, a lot of people, when they come here, my friends from outside the country, they think like we have to come with our security. They think we're like going to the Middle East. They think what they see in the Fox News and all the lies, what they see in the news there. Because you see how they put in the image like crazy stuff about Islam. Like crazy stuff. Like if anything happens, he's a terrorist, or he's this. But if someone else does it, he has mental health. See how the world works.
Do you think the image is changing now because of these big influencers?
Yeah, now it's changing. They see about Islam. Why is it the fast-growing religion? Because people, when they read it, there's so many facts. There is so many facts. If you read it, the signs of Judgment Day, what's happening now in the world, a lot of stuff that the Prophet said from like thousands of years, it's coming up. That's why in prison, when you're in prison, I saw a documentary where it's a big thing in America where a lot of people are becoming Muslims in the jail.
Oh, really?
Because when they read the Quran, they're like, man, this is like facts to facts, And they're our Muslim brothers, End of the day, if you're a Muslim, you're my brother.
I think all religions are open to interpretation.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you will always have an element
Yeah.
that interprets it in a negative way.
Yeah.
And that is the shame
Yeah.
of it. But it's the same for Christianity
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I mean, you've had some pretty mad, I'm not going to say what they are, but things going on in America in the world of Christianity. So it's the same thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
You're always going to have mad people.
And us, like as Islam, we respect every religion. We respect everyone and we welcome everyone. As you can see, you're in Dubai now. Did you feel anything wrong? Everybody's treated the same.
Yeah, it's lovely walking outside, even with our watches
Yeah.
on. We feel fine.
Yeah,
You know, we don't feel
there's
like
no
we're gonna get
racism.
mugged. No.
There's no. I never felt anybody felt racism here. Everybody's treated good. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to help someone. You know, this is what Dubai is. You know, and a lot of Muslim countries also. When you go to Saudi Arabia, I went to Saudi Arabia. Everybody's welcoming. People think Saudi Arabia is some crazy stuff there. You go there, they welcome you, they smile, they treat everybody just everybody the same, you know.
I think people's minds are opening to how like skewed the news is.
Yeah,
right? And how they're
everybody's
trying to make you believe
brainwashed. I
something.
don't judge anybody who becomes like whenever some people they're racist and this. I don't judge them because what they see when they were younger is the news, boom, 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 boom. You know, so I don't judge them. When they come here, they're like, man, I thought like, this place is upside down
Yeah,
or
one of the best things you can start.
Yeah.
Sorry, well, one of the best things you can start doing now is stop watching the news. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, it's
exactly.
it's
The-
terrible.
The news is terrible for me. I never like to watch the news because sometimes you're like, oh, the world's ending. You see what they put every week. They, you know, like this. Now suddenly, what happened with life? Like Corona just disappeared.
Yeah,
What I
yeah,
would
because
love-
they move on to the next story.
Yeah, the
don't
next
they? They're
story.
like, yeah, Corona's
It's
not
like
a thing anymore.
our life is like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this month you're gonna get
Like,
this.
this
one.
is what I wanted to be scared about this month, and then the next month.
It's crazy.
Well, I'd love to see a balanced news myself, where if you're going to put all the horrible news,
Yeah.
you've got to balance it with exactly the same amount of time of good news.
Yeah.
Because every day there's good news going on,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
guess what? It gets no time.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the same time, but they don't want to put the good news because I feel like they want us to be in fear,
Yeah.
and fears creates stress.
Yeah, fear's controlling.
Yeah, you know, fears. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You know, you don't know what's happening. You know, I don't want to talk about this stuff. You know?
It's politics.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
How was it showing Ishowspeed the mosque?
Yeah, it was nice. You know, when I went there, he's young. You know, he's very successful. Inshallah, I'll get him to your podcast if he's around the UK or this. But a really good guy, and he always wanted to know about Islam and this. So the first day we took him to the mosque, and he doesn't know you have to be quiet and this. So I had to tell him
Because he's a crazy
Yeah,
guy.
he's
I've
a
seen
very
some
loud
videos.
yeah,
guy.
he is a crazy guy, 100%.
But he was respectful.
Yeah,
when
very
he went to the
respectful.
mosque.
Yeah, very respectful. I told him, don't do this. Because, you know, religion is something where you do something crazy, the whole, you know how it is, you know? So I was like, be respectful. And people loved it. And it's a good thing for me because he probably inspired someone, thousands of people about our religion.
You know what? I think you're quite a crazy guy, but I think you really hold it in quite a lot. I think if you could do what you wanted to do, you'd be out
Well,
there.
he knows
wouldn't
he's crazy. He's crazy from the lion story. All of that.
Dear, I
No,
know.
I was, you know, but when you get older, you know, you think about your name, image. Because when I was younger, I was fighting in school and this. And then when I became money kicks and this stuff, I was like, I have a image, you know, because, you know, anything can go viral. Anything can go viral.
Nothing beats a good fight at school, though.
Yeah, the school fights are the best when
They
you're
are,
younger. Yeah,
'cause everyone enjoys
Yeah,
them.
everybody. You know?
I didn't know you used to get into fights.
Oh, yeah, just a few.
Yeah,
Well, he's not only getting into fights; he's actually condoning them now on the
Oh, dear.
podcast.
Yeah, I actually
Kids,
think...
don't fight. Don't fight
No.
kids.
Honestly, I think fights in school, to a certain degree, are actually good for you
Yeah.
because I think it builds you up. You know that you've got to then
Yeah.
train a little bit or learn a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, exactly.
Or you might be too big for your boots and you
Yeah.
need knocking back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think overall, they're good. Overall, not when they get out of control. But anyway, what's more important to you, money or health?
health, of course, health. You know, because end of the day, if something happens to you, boom, you're done. You know. So I had a friend. His name is Ali Banat. If you guys heard about him.
Right, yeah.
So he was a millionaire and he got cancer. And Allah yarhamu. And he was a good friend of mine. So he sold, he's like my inspiration. If I want to be someone, I want to be him. You know? He sold everything and he went to Africa and built a community. And 1 year he became bigger than Red Crescent of the charity. And he just built mosques and built a village for the people. So that's my inspiration, you know? So I realize see how the health, you know, 1 second your life can change. He was 25 years old. Read about him, watch his documentary. What inspiration, you know, he was a good brother and he did so much good. Until this day, his charity is number one, you know, and he built a lot of people. He made everybody, got them houses, got them. I donated also from I made a villa for some orphans and it feels good, you know, and inshallah, this year I'll just be focusing on charity because end of the day I have a following. So it's good to inspire people, you know, and that's the best thing, you know, charity. Because end of the day, it's in life we're all gonna be judged after, you know, and what we did good in this life will be the results, you know.
And you can get a lot more pleasure from
Yeah.
giving than
Yeah.
receiving a gift.
Yeah. When you give, you know, it's the best thing, you know. And in our religion, what you give, you get back. You know, that's how it works, you know, like we give, we get back, you know, and good stuff, you know. And charity is the best feeling, you know. I like to do charity behind the scenes. I don't like to show it. But when I said that to Ali, he's like, imagine if you inspire one kid, you're going to get his good deeds because you inspired him, you know. So that's what my focus, inshallah, this year is. My dream is to open my own charity foundation and be like Ali Bennett.
Well, the aim of this podcast is to inspire youngsters
Yeah.
to achieve more, to see that more is possible,
Yeah.
and that there's an infinite amount of money out there, and they can have some of that if they just realize that they are more than they think they are.
Yeah. See, like how you guys, mashallah, now you guys are in Dubai, you know, and you have the best setup podcast ever. Like,
We'll clip that up.
like shout out to him also, and like you guys have a good setup and you're inspiring people. You guys have a lot of motivational people coming here, and you guys do good, you know. I wish you all the best.
And we love doing it together as well, don't we?
We do, don't we? Father and son. We
Father and
just
son,
love it.
mashallah.
And this is Kai.
And Kai.
I'm just the outcast, just sort of sat over
That's so
it.
nice, father and son, you know, and
Yeah.
you guys working together. That's
nice
very
most
thing.
of the time. We
You
do
know?
argue a little bit, but I'm sure that I don't know if you're the same with
No,
your dad. but-
yeah.
Well,
So-
Curtis didn't want to be in any of my businesses.
Yeah.
He's just not interested
Yeah.
in those. So I didn't think I'd actually get the opportunity to work with my son. And it's quite nice now that we have 2.5 years we've been doing this. and
2.5
we
years,
absolutely love
mashallah.
it, Yeah.
And it's gone a long way.
Wish you all the best, and inshallah you guys become the biggest in the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
What's your opinion on people buying designer clothes and things like that just to show off to their friends, to look like they've made it?
Like before, I would buy a lot of designer stuff. I still buy little, but mostly I realized it doesn't mean nothing. You know, sometimes you see me, not in social media, I'll be around, I'm wearing sweatpants and just chilling, you know. And a lot of people now think they buy this stuff to get girls, to impress girls. Oh, I'm wearing Gucci, I'm wearing this. And now I wear Pandora and I'm just chilling, you know, because it's a waste of money end of the day. It's a waste of money. End of the day, you're going to wear it one time, you're going to throw it and give it away, you know. So it doesn't mean nothing, you know. End of the day, what you think the branded stuff, they're manufactured the same place where everything goes through, you know. It's the same thing. We probably manufacture it for 10 dirhams or $10, you know, for one shirt, and they sell it for £1,000.
And the girls don't even know. They see the designer outfit, they
Yeah.
don't know. They think the watch is Michael Kors. You know?
Yeah,
They don't know.
They don't know
It's-
nothing. They don't know nothing. Girls is a lot of people now. They realize like all they live about is girls, impressing girls. I know a lot of people, my friends, all their life is all about partying or girls. I was like,
That's
man,
a lot of energy spent there,
yeah.
isn't it?
I was like, you're gonna be a bum. If you stuck in that lifestyle, you're gonna be a bum all your life.
So how did you get into boxing?
Yeah, boxing. So I was younger, I was fighting a lot. Okay, so I saw these influencer boxing doing, and they're doing it, and I was like, I love fighting, you know. So I was like, let me do this. So I fought in Coca-Cola Arena. It's like right behind Burj Khalifa. It's the biggest venue.
Wow.
And we sold out there, and I won my 2 fights. And then I was doing this influencer stuff, and then I got the opportunity to fight in the undercard of Anthony Joshua and Usyk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not a boxer, I'm not a professional boxer, you know, but this is that chance where I can put my flag up, be the first. Because here I realized there's no like one guy, like a sport guy, I want to be like him. In Dubai, there's no like a player, like a UAE player plays in in the UK or somewhere outside the country, you know. So there was not that guy. So I was like, let me try it. I'll risk it. And I fought a boxer, and one judge gave it to me. It was a close fight, you know, decision, I don't know what they call it. And you know, I lost, but it was a good feeling, you know. After losing, people showed me more love than winning. Because people thought I was rigging my fight. I never rigged my fight. I would not be training if I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think when there's so much money in it and so much attention, it's very hard to rig these big fights.
Yeah.
Maybe the little ones, but not these kind of fights.
Yeah, like I never rigged the fight. People think, you know, oh, he rigged his fight, you know. But that was experience, fighting with a boxer. I just did this 2 years and I'm fighting in a world title card. And Amir Khan came to me, he's like, no way you're fighting. And then he saw the announcement, he's like, what? And alhamdulillah, that's why I built my own name. And alhamdulillah, when I fought there, I put my flag up, but I didn't get the W. But inshallah, in the next fight.
What lessons did you take from the Al, even though it was a close one?
Yeah. It hurt me a bit.
Yeah.
Because we think you take more lessons from an L.
Yeah.
You don't take any lessons from a win.
Yeah. So it hurt me a bit. When I was going backstage, I was like, man, this I could have done better. Because when you, I think I trained very good for that camp. But fighting a boxer when he was 30 years old and he had more experience, he was walking me down. And fighting 8-ounce gloves, we would fight before 15 ounce. This is 8 ounce, so you feel
it.
Punch. But I had a good chin.
Did you have head guards on or not?
No, professional.
Oh yeah, you don't have them.
2 years, I just went into the ring.
Curtis has never ever been hit.
Yeah.
Can you explain to him how much it hurts?
Yeah, it does.
Because I've been hit.
Yeah.
Curtis's motto is 6 months of training. So he reckons 6 months of training, he can just do
back
anything.
myself. I don't think I could win against a boxer, but 6 months of training, I could beat most people at sport or something.
See, you
I've
have
got
to
a
do
sporting
sparring.
background.
That's why sparring
Oh,
is important.
have you?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that
all I'm going
what's that
into.
in?
Yeah, sparring.
Yeah, sparring is very important because when you get used to getting punched, because I sparred professionals, I get my ass destroyed in the gym. Like I sparred Russians and this. So you have to get used to getting punched. And when you get punched clipped right, it's like
It really hurts, yeah.
But the thing is in a boxing ring, you have what they call it, the blood.
The adrenaline.
Yeah, so you don't really feel it. It's like tuk, 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 tuk. But so when you come back outside the ring, like that after that fight, like the whole 6 days I couldn't even walk. Like I was like, like my face is destroyed because I got headbutt. I hit his.
How did you feel like 2 minutes before you walked out?
Oh. The butterflies, the butterflies get into you. Like your stomach becomes this tight.
Did you feel sick?
Oh, I felt like, what? You start talking to yourself. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
So do you think the nerves actually helped you or hindered you?
That fight, I think the nerves went against me. Because the first round, I was like, fighting a boxer professional. I was the first ever influencer to fight a professional guy.
There we go.
I think,
really?
Yeah,
That's good.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I am. Yeah, after KSI did against that guy.
Yeah.
And so I think I was the first one, and I was the first one, I think, influencer to be in a world title card, a heavyweight world title. It was an honor. I wish I got the W, but everything happens for a reason. Maybe I can come back stronger
So
than
are
ever.
you going to carry on with the boxing?
Yeah, I'll carry on. I'll come back in the summer.
Tell me about your traditional outfit.
Yeah.
Are there designer brands of those, or is it one make that
No,
does
it's
them,
not the
or
designer thing.
better quality or less quality?
There is
or-
like places better quality and this, but they come and they tailor it. I just got this like 3 days ago, and they come tailor it, and you go to them, and 2-3 days is done. You should get one. You look like a G.
I don't know if it'll suit me, but maybe
No, but
we
I
will.
think we should probably get one even just for the memory.
Yeah, you have to do it in one podcast for sure. It'll look good on you.
I actually think we should.
Yeah, you're in
why
Dubai.
not?
All of you,
Yeah.
3 of you.
I absolutely agree. We should definitely buy one, and
Yeah.
I think we should get one in Kai's size. for
Oh,
him.
do you know what, Mark? I actually will.
Why did you decide to start Money Cuts?
So money cuts, I always go to do before I was fading a lot. Now I stopped doing fades, but 1 month ago, like before, I was like every 2 days have a sharp fade always, and
That's what Kai does.
No, it's not.
That's why you looked at him.
No, I go like
Every week.
I realized you guys all make fun of him. Huh? He's the one you guys do.
I go once a week.
He's the George Janko of the podcast. But yeah,
He can take it.
At the end of the day, Mark's a 55-year-old man. If he wants to take the mick out of me, then it's like, all right, bro.
And he's very respectful. He doesn't want to be rude back.
Listen, I'll just wait till the cameras go off.
so yeah, back to Money
Yeah,
Cuts.
so I always liked the barbershop community, and I realized a lot of barbers are making crazy money. So I was like, let me do my own, And I did my own, and it's doing very good. And now it's time to franchise, So I always wanted to go. When I start something, I like to go all over, everywhere.
What do you think makes it different from the other barbershops that you could go to?
I
in
made
Dubai?
it luxury but affordable, more affordable than the whole street.
Oh,
you know,
really?
so I came to kill the market. You know, I'm like that, you know, and I make it affordable and luxury looking. Like people enter, they're like, what's this, you know? Is it a barber shop or a hotel, you know?
It does look good. But
Yeah.
what I'm intrigued about is who has the record on the punch bag.
There was one guy, yeah? There's one guy. Amir Khan had the record, and then Devin Haney. the boxer,
Beat it.
Yeah, he came, we beat it, and then one heavyweight came, boom, almost broke the machine. I swear, I swear, he brought, like, you remember that video went boom, boom, it, like,
Could you imagine being hit by that guy?
I'll down. You probably you're going to the hospital, guaranteed.
It sounds like you've had a lot of famous people there. Like,
Yeah.
who are the top 3 or top 5
Yeah.
most famous people that's come to the barbershop?
Logan Paul, Devin Haney, there was some, who came? A lot of football players came.
Oh, wow.
The one who scored against Argentina, Salam Dosari, the Saudi guy who bought a sick goal. He came. A lot of Saudi players come to our barbershop. And that's why we're going to take it to Saudi. Saudi is the future. Like, a lot of stuff is happening there in business. So
Do you find a lot of people are like repeat customers now?
yeah, a lot of
They
repeat
come back.
customers because I realized like they like the work of the barbershop. And the barbers are really good because I told them always welcome them, show them the best, like let them feel like they're home. Like the TV's there, give them the remote. What music you want, do whatever you want, you know? It's your shop end of the day. And just now we left from a meeting. I saw one guy walking and he looks at me, he's like, oh, this is my haircut from Money Cuts. so shout out to everyone who supports, you know?
So how do you invest your millions? Or should I say billions?
no, millions. So I'm thinking this year I'm focusing on real estate. I'm gonna go all out on real estate because I realized it's very important.
Can you see me all right on a nice apartment in Dubai? Do you think?
Yeah, inshallah. This apartment is very nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
The
Good view.
The view. I'm sure this apartment in New Year's, this apartment is hard to get.
Yeah, the light show is fantastic every night.
This is the best
so
view. This is like, if you guys had this in New Year's, imagine doing a podcast in New Year's.
It'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna
That'd
be
be
the best.
wild.
Yeah, imagine.
Is it only at New Year they do the fireworks?
Yeah, they only do it in New Year's.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like for me, the last 3 years I never saw the fireworks because we see it every year.
Yeah.
So, but people, tourists, and this, they love it.
Do you invest in watches as well?
I'm not into that watches that much.
No?
But
You must have some.
I have some.
You
Like
got, you got a
Rolex,
Rollie there, haven't
Rollie.
you? What Rollie you got there? Is that a Hulk or
Hulk,
something?
Yeah, Hulk.
Oh, I like the Hulk.
Yeah, so I'm not into that watch stuff. Now I just change, like this year I said I'll just focus on a lot of charity work, inshallah. That was my bucket list. I did everything that I wanted to do, YouTube and this. My last bucket list is opening my charity foundation. So inshallah, this year I'll be focusing on that. Because every year I just put my goals. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this.
That's a very good way of doing it,
Yeah.
isn't it? Setting them out. at the
Yeah, you
start
have
of the
to
year.
have a goal and you just go all out on it.
Well, you're living every young man's dream life.
Alhamdulillah.
How does that feel?
It feels good, Alhamdulillah, I feel blessed. I could have sat down and depend on my father and just do my thing, but I just feel good, that I worked hard. And a lot of my friends, also my brothers, they were making fun. They were like, what you gonna do, YouTube and all of that? Arab mentality was different before. This social media stuff was new. So everybody was doubting me, And then when I became who I am and I went international, because whenever I traveled with my family, everybody's stopping me they're like, oh, here I was like, oh, I made it, alhamdulillah, like, thank God, I always wanted to, because I didn't want to be, oh, he's the son of my
Yeah, that's
father.
quite a hard thing to carry.
Yeah,
isn't it, that?
so I just, alhamdulillah, went international and built my own name,
If you wanted to lean on your dad and not build anything for yourself, how much would he allow you to lean on him? Like
Not that much.
if you just said, I need 100 grand,
No.
would he give you it?
No.
No.
Not that much. He'll say, you work, you're going to come 6 a.m. to the work, and if you're 1 minute late, your salary is deducted.
Is
No,
he
that's
harsher than most parents then?
And work, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Because he knows that he has to build his own
Yeah,
thing,
and
so he wants you to do
so
the same.
he tells them, oh, you're going to get this much of this, you're not going to get this. If you want, go work outside.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, so if you're, my brothers, if they're late 1 minute, he sees the camera, early morning, 1 minute late, deducting.
We need to do that with you, Kai.
He'd never earn anything.
Yeah, I would be broke. I would be so broke.
Yeah, because I have a saying on timekeeping and say if you're early, you're on time.
Yeah.
If you're on time, that's late, and if you're late, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I came on time today, huh? But you guys,
were,
I came 10 minutes. I always come 10 minutes earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you guys made me turn around the whole Dubai. I went to every tower. I went to every.
Oh, the thing is, this address is so hard to get to. There's lots of podcast guests that have done it. It's just like they just take
them
to the
somewhere
wrong
else.
side.
Yeah. Even our taxi driver, dropped us to the wrong place. We went, this isn't right.
So when is enough? Enough.
Hey.
I'm using your question now. So take it any way you want.
It's never enough. We always gonna build. Also, if I'm the oldest guy in a wheelchair, I'll still be working. I'll never be retired, and I'll just always be working, because there's a new chapter of life when you have kids. That's another chapter of life. Here you work on them, how you raise them. So I always wanted to have a good image, and always good that now when my children will be in school, they'll be proud that well, my father did his own thing, and I want them to do their own thing too. I don't want them to depend on me. Let them do the hustle, and I'll be a proud father the day I see that happen, and that's a different life. When the day you have kids, you probably saw it.
Absolutely.
And we live in a generation where it's hard to raise good kids because there's so much distraction, social media, iPads, and this. Thank God I came when I was younger. I was not the iPad boy. I was playing football every day. I was doing this. All the kids now, they're wearing glasses and playing iPad all day.
Yeah, what's it actually doing to them? Yeah. We won't know, will we, until it's too late.
No,
it's
so
not good at all.
Yeah, it's not good at all. We live in a generation, so my kids will be going football, boxing. They will not even have the phones or social media, because this social media is very dangerous world.
So do you have a long-term girlfriend?
No.
So where are these kids?
Where did that come from?
I'm just thinking, where are these kids going to come from?
I asked the last question. About to wrap it up.
We've asked
have a girlfriend.
the question.
Yeah, but I wanted to know. He's talking about these kids, but they're just going to magically appear.
I'm sure he's got it sorted.
Yeah, inshallah. If I find the right.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you guys.
It's
Wish
been
you all
great.
the best.
Pleasure.
Wish you all the best, and hope you enjoy Dubai.
It's been really great
And
meeting you.
God bless you guys, and inshallah more success, and inshallah
you.
next time I see you all, your guys are in the biggest studio in the world.
Well, hopefully
100%.
we'll help you see a better side of England.
No,
if you
inshallah.
come.
I'll come for sure.
If you guys enjoyed the podcast, make sure to smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and we will see you next Wednesday with a brand new episode. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from all of these guys.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
That's so interesting. What a different perspective you have.
Oh,
Yeah, it brings you into the room, doesn't it?